Hey there, YouTubers!
Doctor, am I alive? Well, little Timmy, have you ever had a child? No. Well, to be counted as a living thing, you have to have reproduced, which means you need to have had a child, which means you're not living. PSA here. This is just a joke. I don't condone the action of going out and trying to have a kid. If you are a mature adult and if you have a adult consenting partner who also wants to have a kid and are in good economic standing, please have a kid. The US population needs you to have at least 2.8 kids. Thanks and enjoy the rest of the video. Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another biology video. Today we're answering the question, are you technically dead? What? Well, the answer is probably not. But today we won't focus on what makes you dead or alive. Instead, we'll focus on what makes you a living thing. All living things share 7 similar characteristics. Now, yes, this is something you will cover in biology class. However, your teacher is probably boring as a board. So I'm going to entertain you. Pow, 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 pow. I hope anyways. Actually, I have no idea. I wrote this intro first and then like the rest of this video 3 hours into the future. So good luck to me. The first characteristic of life is that all life is a cell or is comprised of cells. The comprised of cells refers to multicellular organisms like you and I. Another part of this characteristic is that these cells are organized like you should be during school. Take a single-celled organism, for example. They are one cell, but they are made of organelles. Each organelle has a specific task. However, if the organelles don't work together, the cell won't survive. Each organelle can't operate independent. They need the others to supply them with necessary proteins to continue metabolism. This is a single-celled organism's organization. A multicellular organism goes a few steps further. Cells are specialized, meaning that each one gets its own specific job. You get a job, you get a job, you get a job, y'all get jobs. You got brain cells, stomach cells, liver cells, skin cells, kidney cells, and so on and so forth. These specialized cells are then grouped into tissues. These tissues are grouped into organs. These organs are then organized into systems. The next characteristic of life is DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid. It's in every living thing on this planet. DNA controls almost every aspect of your existence. From your skin color, to your eye color, to your hair color, to the shape of your teeth. Your mother and father pass 50% of their DNA onto you. However, thanks to recombination and mutations, you don't look like a 50% copy of your parents. The next characteristic is metabolism. Metabolism is the consumption and use of energy. Basically, does the thing consume something, convert it into another substance, and when it does this, is it able to continue living? This is why if you don't eat, you die. So the next time your parents tell you they won't stop making danks, just tell them that your metabolic processes are slowing down and you're close to death. This is also grouped with reacting to a stimulus. However, I'm going to include that explanation with the 7th characteristic. Why, hello there. I have my fun fact book. I'm in my fun fact chair. That means it's time for a fun fact. So what is today's fun fact? Plants are a living thing. Don't believe me? Trust me, some people do. Plants have all 7 characteristics. Now I'm not going to run through them all, but plants do reproduce. They make seeds. Plants grow, obviously. They use sunlight to, make food for themselves to continue metabolic processes. They have homeostasis so that they can do photosynthesis. They also can react to stimulus and adapt. Don't believe me? Certain plants need the length of days to shorten. That's the amount of daylight they have to shorten to tell them when to reproduce, so they know that the cold times are coming, and so they need to reproduce, so their seeds are out, and so the plant can die. Isn't that just fascinating? That didn't work. Next characteristic is homeostasis. This is the ability of a living thing to keep conditions inside its skin or phospholipid bilayer in a state of an optimum state for metabolic processes. Mammals, like us or your dog or cat, are great examples. We are warm-blooded creatures, meaning that we create our own heat, or we wick that heat away to keep our internal conditions at an optimum range. Lizards are cold-blooded, meaning that they need an external heat source to warm them so they can function. This is why lizards are only found in warm climates. If they get too cold and they can't move to a warmer location, they simply lay down and die. For these reasons, mammals are the top of the class for animals currently. Ski forward, ski forward, ski forward, ski forward. Oopsie. Ski backwards, ski backwards, ski backwards. The next characteristic is growth. Living things that aren't single cell grow by cellular division. More on that in the next bit. Single-celled organisms, and most cells, grow in size before reproduction. Multicellular organisms use positive cellular division. I say positive because if the growth were neutral, you would age. The amount of cells dying are equal to the amount dividing. Positive cellular division leads to an increase in mass and size of the living thing. The sixth characteristic is reproduction. There are two types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. Asexual typically refers to cells but can refer to multicellular organisms. Anyways, cells divide into two cells without another cell aiding them. Sexual reproduction needs a male cell, sperm, and a female cell, an egg. When the two combine, the nuclei become one and the DNA is shared. The new fertilized egg begins to divide and turn into whatever DNA tells it to turn into. Now let's think about little Timmy's question. Is little Timmy alive if he hasn't had a child? The answer is yes. You see, the cells that make up Timmy's body are dividing all the time. This is a form of reproduction. Therefore, he is a living thing. This last characteristic is the ability to adapt to your surroundings. Humans are probably the most notorious examples of this. We've used technology to allow us to live in every biome on every continent on this planet. We've even gone to freaking space, and some of us live there for extended periods of time. Come on! Tell me next time you hear about a species building a rocket and going to space. A different species. Go on, comment. I'll wait. Got all day. Anyway, I grouped this with reaction to a stimuli because if a living thing reacts to a stimulus, they're going to have to adapt to that stimulus, especially if it's a new one. Now, with all 7 characteristics of life, I can create my own life and shred this universe down to the last atom. The new life will know nothing but full bellies and clear skies. A grateful universe, you might say. In the meantime, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and share. New videos every other Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time, and good night. Subs for trees, subs for trees, subs for trees, subs for trees. Oh, you're still here? I thought I told you to go home. Oh, you want more? I'm flattered. Check out the playlist. If you want exclusive content, check out my Instagram, Dr_Sheep_YouTube. That's all lowercase. If you want to help the earth, subscribe. When I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to plant 10 trees. If you feel that's too small, then check out my channel chart where I lay out even bigger goals. Finally, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet watch time. Bye.